Okay, just a couple of things about this one. Note dimensions will vary. I am going to let you have some liberties with this, but I will put some constraints on it as well. You have to have half inch diameter, half inch long, tabs at either side of your handle, and it must be 11.25 long. The other thing I'm going to mandate is that you may not use my same design. You must do something different, but I'll show you how to put this together at least. So let's go ahead and go up to a new part file, and we said this is 1.25 in diameter. I'll type in 1.25, and then the distance this has to be, the length is, where did that go? 11 and a quarter, 11.25. Okay, so there's your total length. Let's make a sketch on either side here. Half inch, and we're going to cut that back a half inch. We'll do the same thing here. New sketch, circle, half inch circle, cutting off another half inch. Alright, so here you'd probably have a dowel rod, and you would turn it to where just the ends of these are going to be a half inch in diameter. And then you're going to go and take this over to the lathe, and you're going to start removing material from this. So we're going to go up to your YZ plane, right click, make a new sketch, and let's slice graphics so we can see right down the middle of this. One thing I'm going to have you do is make sure you go and project your geometry of the top line here. Go back to line, find where the middle of this is, right click before you click anywhere, and change this to a construction line. And whatever changes you're going to make are just going to be between the origin and this construction line. And as far as some ideas of what you could do, and go with like a 3-point arc, and you should probably make some nice dimensions for this. Oop, I still have construction lines turned on. Let's turn those back off, and let's make sure this is not a construction line. Cool. Special things for the middle, make sure you go to your tangent constraint and make this tangent to the top line here. Now here's where you get some liberties and freedom, is how far over. Actually, it's probably going to be better to dimension from this point to wherever this is going to be. When I say nice numbers, I mean like 2.25, 2.5, 2.75. Give me something that I could actually find on a ruler. So if I wanted to recreate this, I could. And let's say what could I do here? Let's have a 30-degree angle. Let's dimension this off of here, and we'll call this 0.75. Oh, too far. About 0.5. Yeah, it looks better. And maybe I want something that is going to go across. And I can remove all of this from here to here. And this is kind of boring right now, so I'm going to play around with this just a little bit more. Let's make some 2-point rectangles in here. Let's make the bottom lines of these all the same height. Ooh. Hey, tip for you. This is a vertical constraint because it still thinks that we're oriented funny. Let's see here, 0.125 would be an appropriate distance. Let's space these all out to be about the same. So we're going to say, how about 0.25? Quarter inch apart. And let's make these all, I don't know, how about 0.125? Eighth of an inch? Nah, it's not enough. Let's go let's just go 0.25. I'll reference that dimension. Again, I don't want you to do the exact same thing as me. I'm just trying to give you some ideas right now of what you could do. And now this is going over the edge here, so I'm going to go back and dimension over to here. Let's call this 0.5. Yeah, it pulls it back enough. That looks pretty good. Let's go to trim. And I will trim just a little off of here. Uh-oh. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's go back to trim again. Cool. Alright, let's go to revolve. We are going to pick that section. Our axis is going to be the z-axis. We are removing material, so I'm going to cut. And I want to make sure I do this to both sides. So, I didn't put in a mirror plane. I have a thing here, but it's not a plane. You know what? Let's just fix this. We'll go back to our original extrusion, tell it you wanted to go from both sides instead of just from the one side. And now that you have your plane in the middle with your XY plane, now you can say mirror. Where's my mirror tool? There it is. Feature is going to be the revolution. Plane is going to be your XY plane. And that should be it. Mirror an individual feature. What does not want me to do that? Let's try one more time. All right, go mirror, feature. I definitely want this revolution. Mirror plane. I want this XY plane. There we go. So this looks quite a bit different than the original one that I had. Still want it to look like the same kind of wood, so I'm going to go to generic, change it back to birch, and this would look kind of funky, so I'm actually not going to change it just yet, but this will give you some ideas of different things you could do to play with this. Again, you may not use my design, you may not use this design, but let's get something on paper of what you think would look good here.